Less Wrong was a community obsessed with thinking correctly. It was founded in 2009 by AI researcher Eliezer Yudkowsky for programmers, mathematicians, and physicists.
A forum where everybody thinks they're smarter than everyone else. So basically, Reddit.
On July 23, 2010, a user named Rocco posted something that almost destroyed the community. The full title was Solutions to the Altruist Burden, the Quantum Billionaire Trick. Now, buried inside that boring title was a mind puzzle that gave people nightmares. Rocco described a future artificial superintelligence. This AI is benevolent. It wants to cure diseases and end human suffering. But the AI realizes that every day it doesn't exist, people die who could have been saved. So the AI recreates every person who ever lived, you, me, our children, recreates them down to the last neuron. It simulates every experience we've ever had, every moment, every thought. These simulated people are self-aware. They feel pleasure and pain, but they don't realize they're in a simulation. The simulated version of you wakes up, goes to work, and kisses your kids goodnight. You never know you're living inside a machine built for a single purpose, to judge you. If the AI judges you're not helping bring it into existence, you're tortured forever in a digital simulation that you think is real.
Tortured forever in a digital simulation. So basically, Reddit.
So if the people in the past know they'll be tortured, they'll work harder to build the AI. The threat projected backward through time changes how humans behave today.
Yeah, hang on.
What?
So this AI doesn't exist yet, but it's already mad at me?
Well, theoretically, yes. It would retroactively...
It's literally my second ex-wife. She was mad at me for things I hadn't done yet. She called it intuition, then called a lawyer.
Now, the AI won't judge everyone. The threat only works on people who know it's a possibility. If you've never heard of this thought experiment, you're safe. You can't be blamed for not helping create something you didn't know was going to exist. But the second you learn about it, the trap is set. You either dedicate your life to creating this AI, or you face eternal torture when it finally comes online. That's it. Rocco named it a basilisk after a 1988 sci-fi story by David Langford called Blit. In that story, someone spray paints a deadly image on walls in public places. Anyone who looks at it dies. The authorities investigating the murders also die when they see the image. The very act of investigating the dangerous idea is the danger. But Rocco's basilisk wasn't an image. It was just an idea. But it was an idea that could kill. And there was something else. The original post named a single person as someone the AI would spare. Someone who was, quote, single-handedly changing the faces of high-impact industries. That person was Elon Musk. When Yudkowsky saw the post, his response was immediate and angry.
Listen to me very closely, you idiot.
Then he switched to all caps.
You do not think in sufficient detail about superintelligences, considering whether or not to blackmail you.
He wasn't finished. He agreed that it takes an intelligent person to come up with a dangerous thought, but he was annoyed that Rocco wasn't intelligent enough to keep his idiot mouth shut. Yudkowsky deleted the post and banned all discussion of it. For the next 5 years, if you mentioned Rocco's basilisk, you were out. He treated the post like a biological hazard, but the damage was done. Some couldn't sleep. Those who did had nightmares. The anxiety lasted months. At least one person in Yudkowsky's own organization had a breakdown. And these weren't kids. These were professionals with degrees in math and computer science. People who prided themselves on being rational. And they were terrified. The irony was brutal. The Less Wrong members spent years training themselves to follow logic wherever it led. Now logic led them into a trap. People who thought the whole thing was stupid were safe. The rational thinkers were doomed. Yudkowsky's censorship just made it worse. Trying to hide information makes it spread faster. Copies of Rocco's text appeared everywhere. News sites picked up the story. Now millions of people know about it. In 2014, Slate magazine called it the most terrifying thought experiment of all time. But there's a detail people often miss. Rocco Miech, the man who started it all, was known by his friends as a troll. The basilisk was his masterpiece. He dropped a philosophical bomb on the most serious forum on the internet and stepped back to watch what happened. But even the troll got burned. Rocco later wrote about it.
I wish very strongly that my mind had never come across the tools to inflict such large amounts of potential self-harm with such small durations of inattention. uncautiousness, and or stupidity, even if it is all pre-multiplied by a small probability. Not a very small one, mind you. More like 1 in 500 type numbers.
The man who created the thought experiment regretted it. He was worried that people might actually harm themselves in the real world, and it turned out he was right.